Good day. Today we are going to present a presentation about climate change effect to forest and then fire. But first, I'm going to introduce our member first. Okay, next. Okay, we are from group 3. There are Haryo Fadhilah, Hanani Safira Zildan, Habib Arya Adinata, Helen Meilani Sibarani, and Hilda Fitria Ayu Desmayanti. Without further ado, let's get to the point. Okay, next.
Okay, so what is climate change? First, according to National Geographic, climate change is a long-term shift in global original climate patterns. Second, according to NASA, climate change is a change in the usual weather found in place. Third, according to IPCC, climate change refers to a change in the state of the climate that can be identified by changes in the mean and/or variability of its properties and that persists for an extended period, typically decades or longer. Next.
Okay, next we are going to talk about the causes of climate change. The first one is deforestation. What is deforestation? Deforestation is when the forest is destroyed and cutting trees without replanting them again. The deforestation refers to the decrease of the forest area, and it has negative impact to natural and also the climate change. The second one is greenhouse gases. The greenhouse gases is the in the atmosphere, such as carbon dioxide, methane, which can keep the sun stays on the earth. The third is land use change. Land use change, and it's for example, for the clearing of land can result in the soil degradation, erosion, and leaching of nutrients, and possibly reduce its ability to act and as carbon sink. The fourth is tectonic movement. The tectonic movement can change, for example, the shape and the size, and also the elevation of the continental masses, so it can affect for the circulation of the climate. Five, the periodic change. The periodic change in Earth's orbit and axial tilt, with respect to the sun effect, about how the solar radiation is distributed on the Earth. And the last is the brightness of sun. The brightness of sun continues to increase the star's age, and it based on the increasing amount of the energy of the Earth atmosphere over time. Okay, next.
Okay. The impact of climate change is first, warmer temperature. Second, extreme event. Third, wildfire risk. Fourth, longer growing season. Warming, warming temperatures are likely to cause species extinctions because they cannot adapt to temperature changes. Extreme events can increase the risk of droughts in some areas and the risk of extreme precipitation and flooding in others. Wildfire risk can improve extreme conditions like a drought. Wildfire can disrupt water supply, lead to a deterioration of the air quality, crops, research, animals, and people. Longer, longer growing season, warming temperature generally increase the length of the growing season. It also shifts the geographic range of some tree species. Next.
Okay, next. Example of case of forest fire in Indonesia. Next. Fire in 19 1882 until 1983. The first fires of the 20th century scored 3.6 million hectares. This Kalimantan is the worst area in the incident. This fire was allegedly caused by change in the structure of the vegetation due to logging. Loss reached $9 million. Next, 1997 fires. The fire was allegedly caused by slash and burn cultivation plus the El Nino phenomenon, which caused prolonged dry weather. Burns about 9.75 hectares. The has blanketed several neighboring countries such as Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, Brunei, and Vietnam. Loss also allegedly reached $4.47 million. Next, 20 and 20 and 15 fires. The large fire coverage occurred in South Sumatra, Riau, Jambi, Central Kalimantan, South Kalimantan, West Kalimantan, and Papua. The burnt land reached 2.6 million hectares and caused the economy of Riau to be paralyzed, killed 19 people and thousands of other people with asthma and heart disease, has lost more than $16 million. Next,
Okay, the last is mitigation. Mitigation for forest fire is divided into two steps. The first is pre-disaster and the second is post-disaster. Pre-disaster mitigation can reduce potential loss caused by hazard. There are four things that we can do to mitigate forest fire before it happens. First, we have to recognize warning and alerts, be it natural sign or man-made warning. Secondly, we can make an emergency plan to escape into the safe location. Third, we need to establish water source near high risk place. For example, we can build water tank or pool. Lastly, we can assemble a disaster life kit such as food, water, and clean clothes. Next is post-disaster mitigation. First, we can develop a recovery plan after the fire happen. Second, we need to clean up burned properties so we can avoid new forest fire to ignite. Thirdly, we have to repair and maintain infrastructure. And the last step, we need to record all loss caused by fire. And that concludes our presentation for today. We will expect your comment and feedback. Thank you and have a good day.